and I've got a surprise. Bubsky is in the server. That's right, back-to-back appearances from the man from the bench. And of course, it's going to be on the CT side. This is where everything went swimmingly versus Furia. He slotted right in. And oh boy, was it way too much for Furia to ever handle. We'll see if Mousesports can pass this test. Kerrigan able to get himself an entry onto the A site, but they then stall out within Hut. Frozen and Chris J in a 2 versus 4 as Astralis' CT side was looking to start with a pistol.
What just happened? We've already got the opening push come through. Now, Astralis yesterday, we're playing with Bubsky. So it's all about this, thinking about how it fits in. Astralis' CT side versus Furia yesterday started in 6th gear. They were keeping up with the Furia at every single turn on their CT side, so it's going to be very cool to get them to play CT side again. And they completely destroyed Furia. So what are Mousesports going to do if they attempt to slow it down? That's the question. Bubsky finds a quick flank here off the ramp. Good timing. And Device potentially will find a kill as well. Now, Chris waiting for him will make it, a potential bomb plant as he gets down the vent, but Glaive will shoot him in the back. And he won't even be able to touch the bottom. Astralis win this first pistol round, and I've got no expectations, Scrawny. Unfortunately, I just, because of yesterday's match with Furia, because of Bubsky now, because as you mentioned, some inconsistency on both sides, like, I could actually see this being a stomp in both directions or a close game. I cannot, I do not want to, maybe I just don't want to get myself too psyched up for that.
Yeah.
Because,
I get it.
Yeah, what we see on these first 2 maps are unanticipatable results.
I completely get it. Let's just let this best of 5 play out within a microcosm. It is its own ecosystem. Astralis versus Mousesports. It's been quite some time since we've seen either of these teams even in a grand finals. Mousesports.
Astralis?
Well, it's like, what, 6 months now?
Going Pro League.
How long ago was that?
Felt like yesterday. It was just a couple months. They did it with Easy Tag, though.
Well, Mousesports, that definitely. You know, they started the year with a win. They finished last year with some wins. They started this best of 3 with an absolute stomp against them. Time to recover. They've got 1 kill and damage, of course, versus Magisk and Dupree. What's their opening? How do they wiggle their way into a force-buy victory? Got Dupree in the back of the A site. He's got assistance on top of Hut, but a missed spray down bodes well for Mousesports until they meet Glaive. Down here on this B site, comfortably tucked in with the M4. 25 seconds for BMAS to die.
I like the ideas where they fight as they come out of Squeaky, so they like force you to not just spam down the vent. They force you to fight whoever runs out the side. We have that pocket strap Mousesports use where Rops just fights into Mini with a deeper smoke. BMAS, he's behind the glass. Okay, he's in the aquarium. He's a fish. He sees the outside world, but he's not supposed to be able to get out. He'll eventually escape. But then like a fish out of water, he'll be useless. Mowed down by Glaive. 2-0 start here for Astralis. And no buy-up potential for Mousesports. No plant on that round that they would have loved to grab. Let's see what the eco strat looks like.
Oh yeah, October 4th, 2020. Astralis beat Navi in the ESL Pro League Finals. Don't listen to me.
I'm going to listen to you.
Kind of have to. Standing here next to you. Magisk, he's going to blow Glaive away. Sit on the sidelines.
Your IGLing sucks. I'm kidding. You would never say that.
Just a little revenge for taking it back from him. Magisk very much praising Glaive in his role. We had a little post-game interview with Astralis on their way to this grand finals, where he said, of course, it's not like he wanted to take it away from him, but rather just needed to step up and provide for his team.
Must be nerve-wracking, knowing Bubsky always wants to put...
Yes! Very nice. Rop's little CZ kill adds some damage onto Bubsky.
There's something particularly satisfying about the way that the CZ melts you down with those headshots.
Yeah.
The click, click. Yeah, it's like really cool. I like it.
Takes a long time to build, but once it's put together, ooh, baby.
Let's get the instructions out for the Lego. Put that easy together.
We had Device not die forever.
Let that glizzy fly.
Then we had Rops not die forever on map 2, and now Bubsky is the last player with 0 deaths. How long does he run with this torch in hand?
It's only 3 rounds, don't get too excited.
All right. I'll try not to.
It can't happen 3 times in a row.
But no promises, no promises. We've got Mousesports, big gun round, all right? This is the one that kind of could tell us whether or not things are going to even be competitive for once in this best of 5. We've played 40 rounds across 2 maps. 16-5, 16-3.
They're still fresh.
Bubsky, 5-0.
That's a big win. Yeah, he's not dying. True. That's an important kill too, right? Swing frag brings the man advantage into either team's hands, plus the potential for ramp control there. One of those very, very key kills in the 50-50 as the smoke comes up, as the curtain gets pulled. What is the move? Walking lower, Rops on a flank. He's not going to be too useful to their inner take anyways, but equally, it's going to be hard for him to find a lurk kill. Let's see. Look how close he is. He's leaned in all the way in. Oh my God, he's basically getting drool on his monitor. He's so close here. Anybody shows up on his screen, they are dead. You better believe it, dead.
Well, soon enough, he's going to make a little bit of contact with Bubsky. Frozen's going to run up the vent, trying to spam a man down. Ooh, what? What?
Wait, he's coming back.
Oh! What? Where'd he go?
Switching up targets. He's come back up. No, he's not. Bubsky's running away. 2v2. Rops. He's going to support
5 seconds.
The upper plant. Yes, someone's coming in. Mini. Rops will get that kill as well. Now, up the ladder. It's the read. Device will certainly go down. 3, 2, 1. Dead. Rops with no HP finds 4.
He slides into the heavens, plays around with Bubsky, who just disappears into thin air. Rops then focuses forward, gets the guy off of vent. Look at this target acquisition. Dude, deleted. And then, of course, has the read on Bubsky's big wraparound and anticipates Device on the climbing of the ladder. Now we've got Astralis already strapped for cash. That big 4K from Rops is enough for Mousesports to knock on the defense's door early. But we've got the Danes immediately into a man advantage. Plenty of time to recover here. And Rops is going to do exactly that, catching the head of Dupree. Magus trying to find an angle through Squeaky. And, well, that's SMG damage for sure. Rops now has to hide. But Glaive, he wants to go hunting. He meets BMAS. And this ump has done so much
so
for its investment.
He is so good with that UMP somehow. Rops who's back. Oh my God, there's the re-aggression coming.
Such a good reposition.
Of all the kills, he can't get that one. Glaive with another UMP kill, this time with 12 health. What? He should have died at both turns.
You'd think.
Both players were waiting for him. He had the worst gun, no health.
Glaive, somehow, some way, pulling it out of thin air. There's no Molotov to go kill Glaive in the back of that vent. He has upgraded to an AK as well. Chris J scoped in. Frozen finds the headshot. Minimal damage taken back the other way. And Chris, he's able to catch Bubsky. Now they evacuate down through the vents. A 2 versus 4 from Chris. Oh, but Device from a distance deagles Frozen and pushes Chris J into the clutch. Oh, a second from Device.
Damn.
And we've got Astralis firing up.
Tracked like it's DHL. Oh. Across the site. That was disgusting, man. Ooh, we got to pour a 40 out for Mousesports on that one. Almost pulled back the 2v4, and Device is just camping here like he's got a tent, sitting at the ramp waiting for them to come across. The kills that were had in this round, so unfortunate here for Mousesports. Crazy stuff.
Man, there is something in this nuclear water that somehow powers up Device on these pistols. We had like a 40-second compilation of pistol accuracy from him versus Furia yesterday, and now he gets that nasty double deagle. Device transitioning his success immediately into the op, gets the 5 versus 4 versus the gun round, but Rops slipping his eyes through the hut door.
Damn, they're both teams are doing such a good job of finding rotator kills every single turn.
Rops, he peeks into his parents' bedroom, and he really likes what he sees. Takes down Kerrigan, or Dupree, excuse me. And that Molotov going to be at the feet of the ramp push. Magis peeks into it. He's going to lose half of his health. Not ideal, but it's still the man advantage, and Rops goes chasing.
Dude, he's been on some timings lately, and he's moving really quickly, which is the other thing. So who does he catch off here? There's a chance if he spots outside, Device moving out of position. Interesting how far he's moved back, trying to help them get into heavens. No one's watching it from the other side. Device is already stuck in upper, and Frozen is making his way around. Look at the chaos that's been creative here by Mousesports. This is where they absolutely flourish. But just because they get into heaven doesn't mean that they win. It's been left open, so you better believe that Astralis are either hiding from these angles or watching them. Now, that being said, this isn't the best position to watch it from. So Magis maybe partially hoping he doesn't have to take this duel, and he'll go 1 for 1, which is good enough.
Frozen falls down into the site with bomb. Rops lingers on outside, and this rotate up from secret stairs. If he's not fully aware,
oh my God,
Blake's dead. Suddenly, we're right back into that even keel. Device scope drawn closer towards Mini. Rops took over Inferno. Device was a king on train. Now they're going tip to tip here on the side of Vent. Additional flashbang. We get that lobby wrap around. Wait, nobody's on the bomb.
Oh my God.
Nobody's on the bomb.
Other side of it. Rops. He has to get both. What is that?
No T on the bomb. Rops, he's behind the second vent. Frozen, he forgoes bomb control to wrap around through lobby.
Oh my God, to get the squeaky kill. And that was, he just needed to get that kill. I mean, I can't believe he actually went for the Device flank, but look at Device. Holy hell. The read on the situation.
Oh, that's
a meaningful round. That could have been played differently, right? But it's still like
100 different ways.
Yeah.
But this, I mean, they're not going to even give it a chance to breathe. Right back into the action. Frozen.
What
he finds Matt. Oh, mistakes being made. Don't you dare.
That was a bit risky. In the position that he was in, was he really going to be holding that? Oof. It is just a pistol. The money actually would have, you know, would make it worth it, but...
Oh, but what could have been? Maybe. Then they're just going to lay on real thick. Chris J, Tech 9, armored up with bomb. Jumps down into the lying weight of who? Device.
Makes a bit of a meal of it, but 9 and 3. And so far, like, he's had 4 incredibly critical Deagle kills. I guess there's a moment where he almost runs backwards into him, but like as he's coming backwards there's actually no reason for him to be watching above silos. It's a matter of timing. So good with that weapon. Blaive has over 1,500 kills with the UMP, and it's the 3rd most used weapon. Whoa. Well, it's starting to make a lot more sense.
It's a good SMG. It's
still
pretty cheap as well, $1,200.
It had kind of a steeper damage fall off. We had kind of like ump month for a while, and then it got nerfed a bit. So I don't think the accuracy changed, if I'm not mistaken, but the damage drop off changed a lot.
The mump.
The mump.
The mump of ump.
Oh, okay.
Nowadays, it's really the Mac 10 and MP9 that get the most attention, the most love. The little guys. Back into the gun rounds, though. No SMGs to be seen. Rifles across the board. One op in play belongs to Device. He's going to get a gap in the smoke, and uncharacteristic. Kind of gets drawn between 2 targets and misses.
Man. This half has had more turns than a go-kart track. It's just been so loopy, back and forth, strange affairs happening in the mid-round. So many crazy lurks that Rops has gotten off, not necessarily resulted in round wins. Device's Deagle plays has actually saved Astralis a couple of times. And finally, what feels like a more normal round. Glaive jump spotting as there's some pressure downstairs.
Chance for Robs to, yep, sure enough, finding a player peeking on the A site. Not the first time he's found an angle through hut onto A. Kerrigan's over into the garage. Bubsky's going to activate. Remember, right, the talking point with Bubsky was that he was a little too aggressive. So when he does get aggression in moments like that, we've got to see how well he does it and how often he does it. Frozen, he's going to burst back up onto the A site. Magis in a powerful position, cuts down the bomb carrier, goes for the multi-kill, but he's not able to find his frag. Device immediately back up into the heaven, throws the fire on the site, and it's Bubsky to die through vent. But Device, he hits that shot. If only he had killed Frozen, he would have been primed for a chance in the 1v2, but instead he has to walk away from this. Robs getting a kill on that A site, and then Mousesports calling out Glaive inside of the vent so that they could all just burst right back up.
They're getting their hooks in a little bit more, which is more promising here for Mousesports. It was more of a classic round by them, but Robs catch that rotational kill upstairs, or just an anchor upstairs, and then they get lower control, which is, you know, more standard, but then they make that rotation back up the vent. They catch Glaive off. But Glaive and Magis, both their attentions are split between two players on either side, right? None of them were really ready in this position to be able to win their duels, and BMAS gets them both. So that's so nice from Mousesports on a couple of different fronts. And again, there's already a couple of rounds that Mousesports should have won, where some ridiculous shots were hit by Astralis, whether it was Glaive's UMP or two different rounds with Device's Deagles. It's definitely not as steep as the score would tell you.
The economy tells you that, Tail. Oh, Robs, he's Magis for sure.
Opening kill again.
Slipped right out. Glaive is right there on the ladder with a grenade in hand. That's a dangerous game to play, Glaive. He actually comes up onto the floor. Oh, and Dupree's grenade is perfect. Combines with damage off of Glaive, of course. Device is going to go peeking around into Kerrigan. Man advantage here for Astralis. Frozen looking to take it back. Exchanging shots with Glaive, who immediately tucks Tail back into decon, and then after the jump spot, decides he doesn't want to stick around for this. He's going to sit inside his sight. Mousesports, two players pushing through Squeaky. It's Chris J and BMAS, side by side. Dupree in the backside, welcomes them in. He lines them up nearly, but it is a quick trade, and a Molotov up into the heavens.
Could be a plant here. Yeah, they won't attack him just yet.
Bubsky's gonna go for that long flank around the secret stairs. Smoke grenade on Mini. Ooh. Incendiary calls out Frozen's position. They're gonna clear lobby at least, and now they can just focus back on the bomb site itself. We saw a really nice wallbang coming through from Blame F through hut onto this exact same bomb plant. Maybe they need it, maybe they don't. BMAS and Frozen, easy headshots. And Glaive, well, he's running out of crucial time. And that peek out from Squeaky's gonna seal the deal. Mousesports with a third.
Sick communication in the 2vx. They get one back. Frozen lost a really tragic one a couple rounds ago. That was so nicely played by BMAS on all fronts. Utility usage, everything was smoked or flashed or mollied off perfectly, and they organized well, got lobby control. These guys were working together like peanut butter and jelly.
Got a util fact from the last map. Mousesports did 1,283 util damage, 67.5 per round average to Astralis.
That sounds like an Astralis stat until you say the team names. Mousesports taking pages out of their opponent's books.
The comeback is on. I would almost go as far as to say that Mousesports are basically on par, playing better than Astralis in this first half. But again, some absolutely ludicrous shots that have been hit resulted in the score that we see before us. But now they're starting to hit their own shots, win 2vx's for themselves.
Good recovery.
Here's a farm round, yep.
Kerrigan almost looked like he was going to get bested. But now he's going to peek into Device. Ooh, it was not a headshot. But still, a nice adjustment. And still an excellent round for Mousesports. Fourth to the board, with chances in others, and of course, an edge in terms of economy, because with this pause from Astralis, they're going to come in with a bye, but it won't be perfect.
Rops, oh, sorry.
It's okay, you don't need to apologize to me. Rops had more 3+ kill rounds on Inferno than Dupree had kills.
That is horrible.
Oh.
Yeah, Dupree had like
How many kills is it?
Yeah, Dupree had 3, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Shall I look it up?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, he I think he only had like 1 in the first half or something like that.
Oh, tough.
He was sitting in pit like 1 in 14 at one point.
Even if it was 10, I'd believe it. Rob's had so many multi-frags that game. Well, this is a close one, a tense one. It is turning out to be the banger that we expected already, that you expected. I was holding my breath. I just couldn't after those first two. Winning each other's map picks is not exactly something I expect to see here in this final.
3 kills for Dupree.
1 kill for Magis, 1 kill for Bubsky.
Well,
3 kills for Astralis in this round, of course.
that's more of a wall. I think Bubsky's been playing really well. Like, sometimes he's back in ramp, sometimes he's pushing up. They're not exactly testing him within the ramp almost ever, which is kind of interesting. But he's been able to push when it's been comfortable. Classic M9 bayonet. Good man.
Frozen slipped through. Magis not going to let his guard down whatsoever, but he eats a flash alongside his teammate Frozen, unable to capitalize on that moment, and instead...
Bomb delivery.
Yeah. BMAS going to try to slip into the corner as well, but Bubsky comes right back for him.
Haha, never left.
Still here. 3 rounds the lead for Astralis, a CT side that's starting to stabilize. They needed it, because the save was just around the corner. The fact that they win that round with so many players still standing bodes well for them. This half still can go any direction. Don't for a moment think either of these teams could ice out the remaining 4 rounds. Lots of flashbangs inside of the A site. We do have players down vent.
We get the, oh my god, they dropped. Yeah, there's no damage here. Oh, the 1-for-1 trade, but the instant plant, 130. Bomb goes down lower. Kerrigan, lightning fast into Device. It's not every day you see Device so unprepared for a peak like that.
Yes, that's scrambling Astralis.
Wicked back and forth here. Last round, it was just a straight up wall from Astralis. And here, Mousesports completely subvert the defense. They dig a hole underneath. They come up with the uppercut.
Sends Astralis' head spinning. Of course, light touch. It's about the money.
It's those. I think it's these flashes in front of Squeaky that's getting Mousesports down. The timing on them is perfect. I wonder if you go as far as to time them off of spawn depending on who you want to drop. Sometimes the vent drop will come down to who's in front because this T spawn is so important to try to beat out some CT grenades.
More of what we want, gun rounds. Everybody's equipped here in the 13th. Yet again, pressure on the squeaky door. Chris J's gonna tuck back behind it. We get the Molotov inside of the site, on the side of the door, in front of the silos. There is fire everywhere. And there's damage only on Magisk. Frozen versus Device could unfold outside. Kerrigan, whoa. He slipped past. There's no way Device has called this. They have no clue, but Bubsky, he's gonna deal a bunch of damage before falling back. And Kerrigan, well, he didn't quite get that kill. Bubsky, he's very much aware that he has this ramp control, and if I'm a Mousesports, I just stop.
Oh my god, Kerrigan does not come. Oh, he'll go upstairs. That's 2 dead. That's the site. He has heaven control. He'll even look for a 3rd. He'll get punished on the repeat. Robson and BMAS are low, and Bubsky's the one who did all the damage, and now he's flanking in through lobby. He's played ramp really well, I would say.
Glaives inside of Hell to climb up ladder, and Bubsky, he's gonna drop the shot versus Chris that could have made the difference. Instead, it is all about Kerrigan. And it looked like Bubsky was going to shut down that B play before Kerrigan could absolutely maximize on the situation. But because they had Bubsky leave, Kerrigan doubles back into the A site, and I feel like that's more of a gift than anything else.
Yeah, they're just going up heaven there. They just had such a fast timing on that. Played his cards really well, Kerrigan, to pull this 6th out. Such a tight game. But Mousesports are starting to get what they want. I was pretty hesitant to believe that they could pull off the kind of style that they're looking for versus Astralis, because Afuria had some elements of that and got absolutely plastered. So, but now we're seeing Kerrigan get in his comfort zone a little bit. Huge aggressive lurks, fast timings. Within one of tying this up and have played damn well here in the first half.
Carrigan's FaZe are one of 4 teams to have beaten Astralis in a final after losing map 1. Optic, SK, FaZe, and Liquid are the others.
I wonder.
But all in best of 3s.
I wonder if that's last year, because I think they had a comeback. Well, this is a final. Maybe that wasn't a final. They did beat them at Pro League, I believe, last year, which was a big win for Mousesports. Things have changed since then.
When did Carrigan left the FaZe? At the end of 2018.
What's that?
It was Carrigan's FaZe, so it must have been 2018 already.
Oh, is that the stat? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought that was at Mousesports. Got you.
I just saw Optic, and that's all I could think of.
Just Rush and Mixwell.
Nah.
Naf. Hex.
Kerrigan.
Come back, Hex.
He has.
Not the CS.
One day.
By Chaos. Dupree. He's going to find Rops first and foremost. 5 versus 4 here for Astralis. Looking to put a little bit of distance between them and this T side. But Kerrigan has teleports. Nobody knows how. Oh
my
there,
God,
mister.
he did that. That was actually pretty sick.
Somehow Kerrigan doesn't die, and then he just immediately starts running away from him like he doesn't want anything to do with that gunfight. Because it does compromise the ramp room, but Dupree, he delivers. Goes through Squeaky. Wants to take back a little map control for the zone. And Bubsky is going to stick his FAMAS barrel where the sun don't shine. Finds Kerrigan's head through him. And now it's all on Frozen. Let's see the clutch factor. 45 seconds, runs right into Magisk. And that's Astralis with at least an 8th round on their CT side.
That was hilarious. Watch, Kerrigan, it looked like he got tasered and scurried away like a mouse. Didn't know where the shot came from.
Just ran.
Who's shooting?
Bro, he just ran.
Gotta get inside. One round to go. Astralis, they come back a bit. Punishment time. Glaive dead outside. That tells you a whole lot. They will take this and go. That's a moment of time where they won't get spotted. Is Kerrigan coming forward through that smoke? Yeah, he is. Okay. Device just waiting for it. Decided to get crafty with that lurk. But the eye in the sky device is all too ready.
Ooh.
The deal.
And Magisk gets the better of Robs. So all that's left here for Mousesports in the final round of their T side is a 2v4B play. BMAS and Chris. BMAS, well, he's going to go over towards the base of the ramp room. It's him versus Bubsky as the rest of Astralis' players try to come down into position. And BMAS, he just can't find that angle. The deep Molotov. BMAS going to peek into this. Chris J, he's only able to get that 1 kill, and so it's another one for Astralis. A 9th round on the CT side after absolute blowouts on Train. And then Inferno, the opposite direction. We have ourselves an actual map of Counter-Strike. And whoever takes this next half is going to have 2 maps to close this grand finals.
And I had 100, no one cares. I have a body in my head to spool down.
You're Spider-Man. PlayStation.
And so we bounce back into Nuke, where Mousesports trail by 3, but now have a chance to take it away on the defense. No absolutely astronomical performance from anybody this time, but it is Device who deserves a little credit. He is 15-7 at the top of the scoreboard. Everyone else for Astralis, 10 kills, nice and even. So clearly Mousesports have a little bit of catching up to do. And Chris J is going to start that off immediately in this pistol. Finds Dupree's face. 2 more T's to take. They're challenging the base of Silo in a little 2v2.
Tenuous moment here. Fighting hard and actively for this pistol round. Only 1 for 1. Oh, Device who wants to fight. Man, everybody's missing. Any nerves involved? Maybe. Little jittery boys? No matter. Mousesports, they're keeping it alive with the man advantage. Bomb down upstairs. Awkward spot. Device 1v2. What you got?
Smoke. Oh my God.
Oh, Jesus. He did hit everyone. Okay, Sniper.
Settle down. Yeah, USP over P2000. That's the right choice. That's the right choice. Of course, Kerrigan's just going to wait for BMAS to make that contact and then swing. But no need for Kerrigan when BMAS delivers the 3K in the second pistol. Mousesports trailing by 2.
Say it, chat. It's 3MAS. He goes up again on the pistol again. Count him up. Oh, baby.
3.
10, 10, 10, 12, 16. Astralis. Everyone's killing people. They barely have a lead.
Oh, hey there. Magisk, a little bit labored. Doesn't get what he had hoped for. A crisp deagle kill could have gotten him into secret with a chance to pick up a gun. Rob's gonna see the shoulder of Dupree, sprays for all 3. That is the ramp room locked down. Device taps. Frozen takes the dirt nap. Swapping over to the deagle. Ooh, imagine a collateral shot. I could.
It was in the cards.
But he doesn't get dealt that hand. Mousesports closing in on Astralis early.
This was actually pretty sick. Target selection, spray transfer, he's got it all. Spray control, perfect stuff from Rops. Could have definitely died there. It's just versus pistols. Just a mechanic showcase by him. 1 round to go to tie this up. Closest map of the series so far by a huge margin. Either team on their opponent's map pick couldn't get more than 6 rounds in the first 2 games. Nuke, the great equalizer. The Dane equalizer.
Actually so happy about it. Plus we get Bubsky just for that added flavor.
Mm-hmm. And we get to see Bubsky T-side finally.
I was sick of blowouts.
Yeah. Pauly D, he's out.
Nice hair though.
It's a blowout. Bubsky, see if he remembers his grenades. It's been a while.
Had to dust off that mouse just a couple days ago. Well, yesterday. Excuse me for exaggerating.
What the hell is going on? They're waiting. Mousesports are not peeking anything but Astralis. They creep on in closer. Frozen, he has the trump card here. Depends when he peeks. They turn around. Oh. He'll get some damage off. Glaive and Dupree are low.
Then Chris J scout shot connects. That's going to finish off one of the 2 tagged by Frozen. Flashbangs thrown. Rops in from heaven. Device also low HP. B-Mass with a kill. And it's him and Rops up here on the A site as Astralis head downstairs into the doldrums, the dungeons, the depths of Nuke. Rops 1 versus 1 versus Bubsky, and he's gonna find that one immediately. The question is now, where has Dupree gotten off to, and where is the second counter-terrorist coming in from? He focuses forward on Secret, and that is the right decision to make, but he gets hit in the face, and that means we've got Mousesports tying up at 9.
They owned it. They played it totally cool. Astralis, clearly expecting some aggression there, and they didn't find it. Mousesports, they waited in their sights. They relied on the op. All the guns here for Mousesports played it super cool, and it worked out well. Nicely done. Now Astralis will have to see what they do next. We got the blue light on Dupree. He's a dead body in that round in the 1v2.
Only 2 clutches only were won in the first 2 maps. One won by each team that won.
1-1-1-1-1.
It's a riddle.
Who won the clutches? Device 1v1 versus B-Mass on Train.
Yes. Don't think too hard.
Glaive lost a 1v2 versus Rops and B-Mass are Frozen on Inferno, retaking the A site.
Yes. Keep thinking.
That's 2.
Oh. Well, you said loses a 1v2.
Yeah, so B-Mass won it.
Elliot, put him out of his misery. Message me.
Execute him. Little late smoke for the cross, but it worked. That was Kerrigan down to 1 HP. What did that? Doesn't matter if he has 1 health because he's already got 1 kill. Focuses over there to the double door. He's trying to be bigger than he really is. On a single point of health, he is not longed for this world. Desert Eagle from Magis gonna answer here. Astralis looking to steal away a 10th before Mousesports can get those double digits. Bomb's gonna be planted behind the site, and Chris J, ooh, he's not able to snap that op into position because Magisk has his hands on an AUG. Magisk is the reason this is a 3 versus 3. He's the reason this bomb goes down. Kerrigan was looking to deliver everything. B-Mass, ooh, gonna take his head clean off. And Device buys time. Rops taking down Dupree. This pushes Device back behind them. And he fires off immediately. Gets his hands back onto the rifle. Gets himself the second kill. And all 3.
1v3. Talk about clutches. There couldn't be a better time. Device crosses 20 with that one. And that gives Astralis a lead. This to tack on to the 1v1 he won on Train and Frozen's 1v1 on Inferno.
You seem to have conviction in your eyes.
Prove me wrong, Elliot.
He's typing to me. He's typing, guys. We'll have the answer soon.
The anticipation. All right, Astralis, that's a big round to win. Gonna knock Mousesports down a peg. Remind them who the challenger is in this situation. Frozen close to the boxes. Magis, he's just on the other side, and the shadow advantage gives Frozen the edge. He is not able to find himself the multi-kill. Scout shots from Chris J skim by these T's, and Bubsky, oh no. He's allowed Kerrigan to get back behind them, but if he called this possibility, then Glave's on high alert. Okay.
Suffers a bit of whiplash, but just the MP9 headshot. So he's CBA. He'll get the kill. They move outside. Advantage, but Mousesports scour back some map control. Bubsky on flank watch. How patient will he be? Timing. Oh my goodness gracious, what is happening?
Whoa.
Oh, he's out of there. Yeah, he saw too much. Whew. Okay, awkward. Another very quiet round from Astralis. You can hear the whistling of the wind. It's the 3 CTs. Nobody has decided to run. They're just trying to figure out what site's going to be taken. It looks like lower is the plan of action and maybe a good play. BMAS up to bat.
He's going to have to do everything. Jump spots it, sees it. Can he stop the bomb plant? He can sure as hell stop the first player, but Dupree trades it, and then it's the vent kill. Bubsky, late lurk, and Chris J comes in, misses his scout shot. If he takes Glave's head off, then that bomb planter had so little to work with. He could have been in the 1 versus 1, but it's not meant to be. Astralis with a victory. Bubsky, very patient play, cutting off the vent man. I think that has big impact in the post plant. And of course, BMAS, he had a chance to power up with the multi-kill, but he only gets the 1. We've got the Zeus on Rops. And Mousesports, nothing else invested here in the 21st round.
Elliot says he thinks you're right, Wonders.
Let's go!
Bubsky's going to catch Kerrigan through smoke. Astralis starting to pull away from their opponents. Good headshot, but it's not enough. Frozen Device has armor. He has an AK. He has full grenades. And he's better than you. And you can't say anything about it because you're dead already. Then Astralis, they're just going to cool things off.
Been very slow in these mid rounds. Very, very slow. And it's basically paid off most of the time. Once Mousesports came through with a stronghold, but yeah, it seems just like it feels like on their T sides they swap over versus these teams that like to get very, very aggressive for information or feel uncomfortable without it. They just really just wait. When it comes to their CT sides versus these teams, they just turn it up. It's kind of cool.
Ouch.
Ow, man. Right on the noggin.
Gonna be disconfigured and dead. Then we got Chris J cowering in the corner. Rob's down here inside of the vents.
Disconfigurated.
Disconfigurated.
Jump on him. No, it won't happen.
Bomb has been planted.
Power invested in you. The Zeus. Not allowed to buy this thing if you don't try to use it.
Zeus skins when?
You can't inspect the Zeus.
Operations, yeah. Maps, yeah. Source 2, yeah. But Zeus, yes. Zeus skins, yes.
Why can't
I'm
you
just kidding.
inspect
I don't
the
even
Zeus?
have. Why can't you inspect the
Why
Zeus?
can't you inspect the Zeus?
It gets no love. Gets no love. Ever since Zeus retired, everything started going wrong.
The bomb pops off and Rops still stands. 51 HP to his name, 12 rounds to the scoreboard of Astralis, 3 rounds the difference, money in the pockets of Mousesports. It's about time we see them back on a bye.
16-5 versus Mousesports on Train. 16-3 versus Astralis on Inferno. And while things appear to have been close, things might be changing too.
BMAS is half the age of Astralis' coach, Zonic. I think Zonic is therefore like 32, 33, maybe 33. BMAS is, he got signed to FaZe when he was just 16.
Fun fact, BMAS donated his beard to Zonic. That's why Zonic has a beard. No, you guys only like Elliot's fun facts, not mine.
Nope.
Okay.
Scrawny, tell us a fun fact. Ooh, too late.
Sharks have been on this planet for more time
Then trees.
Kerrigan, he's up at bat because this is a fast clash coming out of Astralis. They tried to kick up the tempo. They tried to crank that dial. But Mousesports just cranked their necks. It is only Glaive left, and he is going to find BMAS at least inside of the site. Chris J creeping through. Smoke goes down. And Glaive, well, if he had the bomb. Oh, maybe he doesn't need the bomb.
He looked in that direction. He knows. He knows.
He's got an inkling.
How's he reading this, though? Okay, maybe he doesn't know exactly. Let's see if he pulls him for. Oh my God! If
He's
he
gonna
wins
sit
this,
here.
if he wins this off crosshair placement,
he's going to sit here, and he is going to shut them down. Glaive, baby. 13-9 for Astralis. They run into that A site like it's nobody's business. Wow. And then Glaive reminds him why he made the call. Comes up big. Big kill versus Chris. Gets his gun back up versus Rops. My God. Sits on his bench. Cracks his fingers. Like an old man on his front porch. Waits for the new kid on the block to walk right into the crosshair and shuts him down. 13 rounds. Astralis looking strong on a T side we didn't get to see versus Furia.
and then he calls a pause. He said, "You guys see that? What do you think about it, Magisk? What do you think about it, Device? What do you think about it, Dupree, Bubsky, Zonic? Anybody?"
I just need a shower after that.
Pants check.
Mousesports left with measly pistols.
Thank God November's over.
Thank God. Thank Device, 22 and 12, topping the scoreboard for Astralis yet again. And Astralis very much pulling ahead on this T side. That is 4 rounds in a row. But Kerrigan, you want a tango, he asks? Let me build this gun back up. You can get some more.
Also, just want to say, I think I learned that shark fact from you.
You did. Then you had the audacity to steal it.
I thought that made it sound better, but then I was like, okay.
Just playing with you like BMAS plays with Glaive. Big peek, Kerrigan. Oh, this could be Mousesports with a robbery. This is absolutely what they need. After a last round like that.
Yeah, okay.
But
2 on 3, Device makes his way back outside, and he's starting to connect here. But, oh, the bomb here in front of BMAS. That's the true challenge, of course. Kerrigan's got the ace in the hole sitting in spawn. They'd have to blow this. Device does have a smoke. But who smokes spawn at 30 seconds into the round? Coming in from lobby. Right, the bomb's on this side. Yeah, they
he's got an angle.
Does he grab it? Nope. The smoke's not perfect, but oh, and that'll cut down the rest of the time on that smoke.
It leaves them only a chance to grab that bomb and run into the A site. That's the only thing they have the time to do. If they go down vent, Chris is going to get him. Device gets his hands on it. They run back into the front side of the site. They could go plant safely tucked behind Silo. And Magisk, well, he's going to turn his head right back to the BMAS. Oh, and it's Chris to come up and surprise him. Device, it's time to clutch. And he cuts down Kerrigan. Looking for his 26th frag on Nuke. He dies. Denied. Mousesports, double digit.
Chris needed to get that. It's an eco round that almost falls apart. Low on numbers. That 1v2 stopped. Chris Dijon Mustard, the Wolf of Wall Street.
Big round for Chris. He needs one of those. Flies up from vent. Kills Magisk with his back turned into the AK. Best Device in the 1-to-1. And Magisk just got to keep this one composed. They realize what's on the line with Nuke. Again, whoever picks up this map will have 2 chances on Vertigo and Dust 2 to close out this best-of-5 finals. And we are right back into the gun rounds. Force by win to force by win. We are locking horns on Nuke. We're starting to get different tempos as well. Chris J gonna find one down in secret, doubles up on Astralis, and then gets his feet inside of the vent. Frozen, he's gonna be given a duel, and he gets the best of Bubsky. Dupree, 1 versus 5. Cuts down Frozen, sure enough, but he's got way more work to do. And it gets denied by Kerrigan. Mousesports starting to close this distance. Astralis, can they keep this lead?
Now they're putting on a show. Chris is talking to him, showing up at every turn. A nice second shot on Magisk. Coming off a tilted round. You'd think that'd only make it worse. Device still having a lights out game. But he won't even be offered up a gun this round. Everybody buys full nades. Mousesports could win this easy one and get back into this half.
Bubsky's gonna dive down that vent. Looking to weaponize why he was first criticized. Aggression. And sometimes too much of it. But you brought him into this server for map 3 with a reason. They chuck him down the vent early on. Get out there, kid. Now we watch Astralis play a little more meticulous. Ramp could be pushed at any moment's notice, and Astralis would have no clue.
Here they're just trying to clean out the close angles, throw the late smokes. Frozen, timing spam, will it come in? They're starting to run. They're going to hear this, but there's a player in vent, so they can stop those fast rotations downstairs, and one will lag behind. Scary position here for Mousesports. Chris will try to get into control room, but he'll spot his opponent crossing as he tries to get comfortable. He'll need to come through with the op. Oh, but he can't get in. The double Molotov is too strong.
Rops on the side of the windowsill. Once Device comes up from decon, then this is going to get even harder for Mousesports. More utility. Oh, but it's a spray through smoke from Rops. That's good. Great opening. It's a good way to equalize. Another Molotov at the feet of Kerrigan. Frozen, he's going to find the timing on Secret. Bubsky, he had his back turned. And now all of a sudden, Astralis, they're not working with the best post plant. And Dupree's been taken down to 28. Frozen changes directions, gets the better of Device as he was occupied with BMAS, but Glade gets executed. Astralis shut down, and Mousesports winning a 12th round.
And that was their best opportunity, getting down into Secret so clean with the vent drop. No one to stop them. Chris coming in late, Molly through the window, trying to get in positions, dying, falling back on Rops, and Rops coming up huge.
Sprays through the smoke, extends into the bomb site. And think about it, he lost Chris J and a second teammate on that same side of ramp room before Rops was finally able to deliver. Device, 26 kills now. Rops on the opposite side of the scoreboard, 21 to his name. And a single round makes the difference. With just deagles and smoke grenades, Astralis are going to try to best Mousesports in a round where they absolutely do not have an edge, but they do have somewhat of an opening. They've killed Frozen at the start of this one on Mini. Kind of compromises outside, but they have those eyes in the sky with the op on Heaven. Chris J playing around these smokes, sees Glaive and takes his head clean off. This is going to express the push towards the ramp. Chris J right back into position, but he doesn't need to die, because then he offers over an op. At least this way they know what's going on. Astralis to the basement with a bomb plant on B.
They'll start to rotate in. That was left open. They seem to second guess it. Bubsky gets into control room. It's not like there's high odds for Astralis to win, but if there was going to be some win conditions, this would be one of them. Dupree takes an off angle with his deagle. He'll look for an open shot. No one peeks him just yet, and they start to come out. He's turned to the side, and he won't win his first.
Ooh, but Bubsky does deliver. There's nobody over on the ramp room. Bomb planted to the right side of Bubsky. He swings the doors wide and then peeks up from above. Kerrigan just gonna stick this defuse, calls him out, and ties this game at 13 rounds apiece. It was just the deagles from Astralis. They got their bomb plant. They put Mousesports in a pickle. But we are still nice and even, and buys come back in.
Ooh, nobody knows who's gonna win this game, man. Nobody knows. They're both keeping up. They're both keeping up, putting up numbers here in the second half. It is so even. outside of just the numerical round score. This will be a true test of resilience here into map number 3. And Chris, yes, he's negative. He's 14 and 18, but in these last few rounds, he's been everything.
Agreed. Definitely finding his value. Robs, yeah, shoot at me.
Dude, that's another crazy
Sit down.
read on the smoke kill for Rops. Down lower was one big one. That's a huge punish. It is Bubsky on his own here in ramp. No one's in the lobby at all.
Trio of smokes over the top. Only Glaive to linger on. Chris J's gonna know all of this soon enough. What can Astralis accomplish in the meantime? Well, they go back into the lobby, and they still have tons of utility.
He might get a kill here. Chris is coming out. Yeah, he's gambled right. I mean, Chris, he stayed
got
up
to
top.
land this.
He's not seeing anybody. I mean, it's still only a lurk from Glaive, so it may or may not matter.
Robs.
Yeah, they're full alert here on ramp. They didn't see anybody outside.
Not quite sure what's going on. Astralis just making them sweat, making them wiggle.
Oh my God, they've got an op. Oh,
30
Rops.
seconds. It's Chris.
There he is.
Gonna start announcing his presence, and that's gonna cost him. He walks right into the scope of device. They start flashing over towards ramp, and instead they look to sink their teeth into the A site. Look at this. CTs go downstairs. VMAS only able to get one kill, and all that's left of Mousesports has evacuated the A site. Punished on the rotation with 3 seconds to spare.
Oh my God, they got sucked through the map like there was a vacuum in the vent. They leave.
Device creating a black hole on ramp room by getting the better of Chris, and then Magis, well, he's gonna lock this in. Frozen, trying to find his way out from Mini, has 3 sets of eyes primed on him. Astralis, a 14th round.
An absolutely critical moment to make that judgment call. Opening kill from Device turned into a round. It's still looking scary, but Astralis win that key round after doing good damage with pistols. Mousesports have to decide whether or not they can buy.
He flushed the A site. They were so ready for an A hit. Chris, he fires a shot haphazardly through the lobby wall, just looking for a wall bang, and then walks into the open.
Eco Cobras, I don't think that's a legitimate species. Neither team won a round with under $10,000 invested in the first 2 maps, aside from pistol rounds. Smart, Alex? Elliot's a bit of a smart Alec. It's not a bad thing.
Big money statistics.
Got an op on Chris. Still one for Device. Magis starting to gain momentum alongside Device. Those are the 2 players of Astralis above 20 kills. Who counters them out? Rops and BMAS. But screw a kill count. It's about the rounds. And right now, Astralis have the edge.
What is going to happen here? I think it's, of course, I think it's absolutely imperative that they buy, considering they had the option to have Chris on the op. He made a good rotation last round, but a small mistake got him killed. Glaive could get caught off, but before he might actually make it through the smoke, there's a second lurker in place. Awkward position here. And, oh, Chris will spot one. He doesn't know that Glaive's gotten farther. This is a strange situation for the CTs. Glaive is outside. Frozen up top, trying to catch what he thinks is Magis, probably. Still 2 players here, and they're making progress. Frozen, he's looking for the peak. Oof, quite a tense moment.
He's on high alert.
This is a good amount of map control for Astralis, considering what they've tried to get away with in the past. They've got eyes pressed everywhere, a bit farther out than they've been. Mousesports have been good at keeping it cool in these moments versus the execs. How can Astralis get a rotation out of them is the question.
Oh, he was just seen.
Yeah.
They exchange a little information. Glaive going to come at this from a different angle, busts open the window.
Oh, they're trying to get him scared for upstairs, but then actually hit it as well.
Kerrigan's on the side of the hut. We've also got BMAS back behind site. Kerrigan, he's going to get peeked to the left side. Goes down empty-handed. The A site is falling. Mousesports, compromised position. But here comes Frozen with a kill. And Chris J gets the no-scope. Rocks out from Mini. All that's left standing. And he's got Glaive pinned into the corner. Glaive buying time. 10 seconds left as bomb goes down. And Glaive, he's going to get tagged up slightly. But the flash is fantastic. And Astralis, 15 rounds.
They pull it off through the Mini into the upstairs site. Kerrigan caught completely off guard, sitting in front of Hut, not expecting them to come through that way, thinking the round might be a little bit longer, could have pushed up. Clutch movements here from Astralis when they needed it the most. You can see the looks on the faces of Kerrigan and Rops. An important round on a very important map.
So little left to work with, and we just had that Elliott fact about how infrequent force buy round wins have unfolded on these 3 maps of the series. Frozen, he is going to be able to get himself in close proximity. Glaive delivers his head, but Frozen, he whips out the grenade, and Magis not going to let him get away. Chris on the scout. Ooh, Device just rocks his world, and Kerrigan, CZ versus 3 players, that's not going to get him anything. 2 Desert Eagles left versus 4 members of Astralis, and Bubsky has lobby locked down. A valiant effort here on the 3rd map. A hell of a showing from Mousesports. And finally, a map that is not a total blowout, which leaves us with the possibility of more excellent maps coming after this one. We have Vertigo and Dust 2 on the docket. And we've got Astralis, who have still not finished off Nuke. But a bomb plant down on this B site. BMAS, let's see what you're made of. He's got bomb right in front of him. Player above in Magisk. BMAS with an excellent showing at 22 and 17. But he's so locked into this position, you'd think it's impossible, and it absolutely feels that way. Astralis now lead 2 maps to 1.
This situation swings completely with this map victory. God damn, did that look close. But with Mousesports and Astralis trading their map picks, who knows what's possible in the rest of this game.
Well, as we're going to take an extended break after this, we're going to chat about Nuke now. It's a slightly, a bit of a curveball, I guess, because I feel like we didn't see much of him in that map. Bubsky, do you feel like he made his presence felt personally?
I think so, too. It felt like maybe things changed a little bit in a way I didn't expect on the T side, where things got slowed down so much, but the game plan seemed uniquely fitted towards Mousesports. In that first half, I thought he was picking all the right